This is a homeless beat.
What's up, everybody? Courtney Douglas, aka Dapper Douglas, man, back with another video. I was saying episodes for the longest, but I'm like, I can't really do episodes really because I lose count, and sometimes things happen to where I don't do these as often as I should. But I think I'm being somewhat consistent by doing these weekly. For the most part, whenever somebody passes away, man, and in my family, I want to pay respect and not come on and talk about certain things, man. So, use that time to grieve and reflect. So I want to say rest in peace to my great aunt Lily, and to anybody that has lost a loved one, period. Whether it's from sickness or natural causes or just homicide, praying for you, your salvation, your family as well too. Real quick, I don't say R-I-H. That's more of the new way of saying things. Nah, not from a biblical perspective. I don't do that because I don't know where the individual went. Neither do you. We hope and pray they went up here, but it's funny that people look at somebody's life and they do a complete 360 from their sin, and the gift of salvation has been given to them by Christ. And you see good works coming from their faith, and you know that their entire life has changed. Now that they serve Christ, this is the way that they are now. But you look on the other hand of people, and you and I know, who don't live a life that bears any fruit. They pretty much lean on the vain imagination and philosophy of men and men's traditions, and just all types of silliness that's out there. Come on, everybody got a phone. You watching me now on a cell phone, YouTube and Google and everything, and you got non-Christian cults and these cults that have all these different beliefs, and all roads lead to heaven, and that's completely opposite of what the Bible says. So I don't say R-I-H. I'm praying for them that, hey, God, did you hopefully you snatched them up and gave them the gift of salvation. Especially those that they don't live a life that you can just be like, yeah, that's a believer. You know what I mean? Then you go to a funeral and you have a pastor preaching them to somewhere that they probably not, So that's yeah, so me, that's why I don't do it. I ain't doing no R-I-H, none of that. I ain't kind of that. And that gives people a false hope. And it's funny how everybody becomes a universalist at funerals. And you can live any way down here, but hey, he up there, stop, So that's just me. And a lot of people I know of that. We don't do that at all, So we always pray that the gift of salvation was given to the individual, that, whether in their private life, they had that come to Christ moment. But if not, me, I'm not going to say whether the person went up or down. It's none of my business. Jesus, the one that gives salvation. So anyway, this video is going to be basically on fatherhood. For me, I'm a full-time dad, and I'm not knocking anybody who isn't. I pray that you are very active in your children's lives, that you're checking out everything from behavior standpoint, from an educational standpoint. You should be involved in every aspect of your child's life, and I love being a dad. I'll focus on this episode of really discipline. For my house, we have a standard 3-strike rule and a 6-lash rule, meaning we don't spare the rod. Open hand. We ain't going old school with like extension cords and race car tracks. That's child abuse. Yeah, that's child abuse. So what we do is, after we, sometimes there's 5 or 6 chances, since today is, the Sabbath, and it's also Super Bowl Sunday, or I'll use a football analogy too. Pass interference, or the NFL's got soft over the years anyway, but if it's a blatant pass interference, if you're holding on to the wide receiver and the ball's not even thrown this way, okay, that's a flag. I gotta give you a flag, man. But for my boys, man, I can't take a cookie cutter approach when disciplining them. So I can talk to one, but my twins, they get both. They get verbal and physical if it has to come to that too. So like I said, no more than 6 strikes as far as spankings, because anything above that is child abuse for us. And then I also think too, your temperament as far as when you are handing out the beat down or the whooping, if you want to say that. I guess you got to be PC nowadays, which I really don't care. I might get out of pocket and say some things off the grid. But for us, yeah, we want to make sure that we are somewhat stable mentally, not wrathful spanking or angry spanking. It's just, man, hey, this is your discipline. You know, when we try to keep each strike equal, because like that first one, oh, you ain't cried. The second one, oh, you ain't cried. Then, you know, we do the 6 and we call it wonderful, man. And my boys normally bounce back. So that's how we do it in my household. I don't know how you do it in yours, but you know, hopefully for the men in there, man, that are heavily involved, please, man, stick to it. There is a bad stigmatism against black males that we are just out here making kids and doing whatever, not being involved. You know, baby daddy is a proud title, which is not. I am a husband, father, and a son. And I wear that proudly. My chest is always poked out with that too, man, because my upbringing was the complete opposite of what my boys have. But God in His sovereignty has always put men in my life, man, that always stirred me the course. So rest in peace to Gas Man, Eddie Jackson. Rest in peace to R.B. Douglas as well too. Shout out to all of my uncles on my mom and my dad's side as well too. Shout out to all my family members that are males, man, that are sticking in there and raising their children as well too, man. Whether you're in the house or out the house, man, you know the standards in which we were taught. And then for you that's watching this video, if you are a parent or you're a father, man, even if you a deadbeat, it's never too late to turn that around, man, and be involved. So, you know, with that, man, I'm going to bring this video to an end. I'm going to go enjoy my family and my Sunday. Until next time, man, this is your boy, Dapper Douglas. Until next week, man, I'm out. Peace.